What's going on, guys? Welcome to Food Fitness Family. Today, we're going to do things a little different. We're just going to do a life update today. So, we always talk for a few minutes before we get on here. So, we just started recording right away. So, if we bitch, we bitch. I don't know. We'll just see how it rolls.
You're gonna get us just
But
fresh at 6:30 in the morning, and whatever's on our mind is whatever's on our mind.
yeah, and I don't have coffee because my microwave's broke and they haven't came to look at it yet. So,
Oh,
pisses me off.
is the apartment complexes?
Yeah. The apartment place I live. Well, we're technically, I guess we're in a townhouse, but
Yeah,
it's
got
still
town.
maintenance people. Yeah.
It's nice to have maintenance though.
Dude, it is really nice when shit breaks. I don't have to worry about it.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
I think about it so much. How I would just love to have an apartment again and to not have to fix shit or not fix shit.
yeah. Like Tatiana was using the microwave the other day and it like sparked and like just died. It's like, oh, okay. Our shit always breaks. I don't understand. Like since we lived here like 4 years, not in this exact one,
Just there.
but like since we've lived here, like we had to get a new dishwasher, a new garbage disposal. Now it looks like a new microwave. Like I don't
Mm.
understand what's going on here.
That is weird. That is weird. Did you get your eyebrows done?
No, I didn't get my eyebrows done, bro. I'm just
They look.
that good looking.
Maybe I've never noticed it before. They're just nice and rounded.
Yeah, I got a couple of really long ones. I get this. I think it's this eyebrow. I get a couple that grow out like 2 inches.
Yeah.
And it's like I call them my stress eyebrows.
Oh, okay.
So like when I'm really stressed out from Tatiana,
Hmm.
they go there.
I got you.
No, no, no,
Eyebrows done. You ever done your own eyebrows?
no. I let someone pluck them one time, I think, and that was the end of that.
I like a nice waxing.
I want to go try to get my back waxed. Uh, my my girl Sarah Purdon, she works at the European Wax Center there in Olathe.
Yeah.
And apparently your first session is free to try it. But Tatiana tried to wax my
Come on,
back.
let's make that an episode.
Yeah, Tatiana tried to wax my back one time, and I was like, dude, I'm done. Like it wasn't even the pain of the waxing, it was the pain of the fucking wax going on my skin.
Oh, just how hot it was.
Oh my God. It felt like I was melting.
Yeah, I've never. I mean, luckily, I'm not hairy really anywhere for the most part, but that sucks.
Dude.
I feel like you can't do.
I
I feel like you can't do a home back wax. I
Hey,
feel
do you even have hair on your body? I don't even know. Do you even
like
have to shave for shows?
minimal. Yeah, shave for shows.
No. Well, when you hit puberty, maybe you'll get hairier.
I also stay shaved pretty much year round. I started like
Uh,
arms in like seventh grade. It looked good with a tan and playing baseball and being sweaty and shit. But then I just like, but I don't have a whole lot else though. Like my
uh,
legs don't get super hairy, but I like the look of them being smooth.
we should tell our audiences how you thought you tore your ACL playing with your kids.
Oh yeah, so we're running a mile at school right now, and I had a bunch of third graders that like wanted me to, like punt the ball to them so they could go run and catch it. Um, and on the very last one, and it was only the last one because I hurt myself, but I went to punt a football and toss it just like a couple inches too far. So when I went to like reach out to punt it, I hyperextended my knee and thought that I tore something in my knee. It just sent like shock waves all around my entire knee, and then it felt funky the next day. Felt funky a little bit yesterday. It didn't hurt, but I was just nervous.
Did you
Nervous.
limp around the rest of the day or did you play it off?
No, yeah, I walked it off. Like I didn't. Well, what was nice is that my body didn't tell me I needed to limp. Like it wasn't forced
Mm.
out of me. Just mentally though, it kind of had me screwed up because I've had a couple knee surgeries. So, and that's like my biggest fear is having done the knee surgery. Even though the last one went pretty well, but yeah, I was just horrified with that. I was actually going to hit legs on Thursday morning, but I was like, shit, there's no reason to go force it. If anything is tweaked, even just inflamed a little bit, I'm like, that's how I'm going to go hurt it is if it's tweaked, and then I go stress it more. So
Yeah.
I
Do
shouldn't.
you have school today?
I do. I do.
Dude, I don't. Max says I have school Monday, and I'm like, when do you guys go to school? Like, I swear to God, he's out more than he's in. Like,
It's
I don't understand.
it is nice. I don't know what Monday would even be, but it could just be a normal teacher work day and stuff. They have like professional development days. I don't know. Like sometimes like we'll get off on parent teacher conference weeks. We get off like a half day on Thursday and then a full day on Friday because since we worked an extra 4 hours each night, they count that as kind of like a day worked. So then they give us a day off for that. So sometimes it's shit like that.
Jesus.
It's
Dude,
a
I didn't see you say Max got fucked up at school yesterday.
what do you mean?
Like, I mean, he get fucked up. Like, apparently, we had to make an emergency like trip to the dentist. He tripped and fell because he's clumsy like Tatiana,
Yeah.
and he went face first into a table.
So like in the
And
classroom.
huh?
He was like in the classroom.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And he has like a little spot under his eye and a little spot on his chin, but like where his gum and his tooth meet,
Uh-huh.
it's like it's bruised and like a blood blister.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and like she had to go get x-rays done, and they said he actually has like a small hairline fracture like in his jaw. Like he hit it so hard. Yeah. And the school didn't call us.
Oh, that's weird. I feel like
Yeah, dude,
anytime,
Tatiana is mad. She's gonna go up there today. Yeah.
I mean, I'll have kids that like will fall and hit their head on the ground or like run into other kids or shit. They'll run into the wall. Like they find everything to run their head into. But every time, even if they say they're okay, I'm like, you got to go up to the nurse, have her check you out, and then she always calls home and just said, hey, your student did bump their head. So they probably should have at least did that.
Dude, it's like you call us when he doesn't feel good. You call us when he got sick from a banana yesterday, but you don't call us when he smashes his face on a fucking table.
Yes. Oh, that does he hate bananas? Is that right?
No, he likes bananas, but he has a texture thing, so if they're too ripe and slimy, he'll get sick. Yeah.
Because he has like a quick gag reflex, right?
Oh, dude, he can't. Sometimes he'll poop and like he gags on his own poop, like while I'm helping him clean up.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
If
Speaking of gagging, I might as well go ahead and say it. So tomorrow on Saturday, we're announcing that we are pregnant.
oh shit, Marcus is gonna be
If
a daddy.
you already knew this, but the
Are you
world
gagging because you don't want it, or where are you
no
gagging?
no. So I don't even know if I told you. So one of the I only find it funny because Nicole would literally giggle and like laugh after she does it, but she just will randomly just start like dry heaving and just gagging.
Yes,
She doesn't,
Tatiana does it all the time.
but just like anything will make her gag, or nothing will make her gag. And then she like gets up and like runs to the sink and then looks at me and starts laughing. So then now it's just funny. Every time she gags, I'm not even worried. I just start laughing immediately because it's the most dramatic gag. It's not like a small gag. It's just outward. I'm like she's trying to interrupt a party kind of gag.
Yeah, bro. Even first of all, congratulations. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
And Tatiana, even when she wasn't pregnant, will gag like smelling things. But like it doesn't matter what it is, she'll gag. Like she'll sniff the milk.
Yes,
I'm
same.
like, what the fuck are
She,
you doing? So then it would get to the point where I would just ask her to smell things to see it.
Nicole grabbed a bag of spinach because she throws spinach in her protein shakes and went to just smell to just see if it was still good and almost puked back into the bag. It was awesome.
Why do you need to smell spinach? I feel like it's a visual thing if it's good or not.
I don't know. I mean, you can smell it. You can smell the difference between the two. How
But
often
it
are you eating spinach?
oh, not right now, no. But I used to have put it in my shake every day. And
Okay,
if it was
yeah.
slimy, I didn't put it in there. But if it was dry, I put it in
Same.
there.
Same. Yeah,
And I'm
that's
like, wow, this spinach looks dry. I'm gonna smell it to see if it's good.
but yeah, because you guys are what? How many weeks along you guys? Like 20, 21, 22, 23?
Almost by the time this releases will be 24.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, a little bit
Yeah,
further. Yeah, we are. I think we'll be when this releases. I think we'll be there at 14 or 15, something like that. So
it's
we
exciting.
got a handful,
When
4 more visits, and then we'll find out the gender sometime in
when
June.
the baby comes out, do you think it'll be your size?
Hopefully so. If it
It'll be
starts off at my size, then that'll be
yeah,
growth over the years.
be a tiny baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm super fucking pumped though. Yeah, so yeah, like 14 or 15 weeks. Um, good stuff. It's been hard to keep the whole secret though, especially on here. There's been so many different times where we talked about something where I'm like, I want to throw it out there. Probably kind of how
Yeah.
you were prior to you and Tatiana announcing, but
Yeah. It was hard.
yeah.
You want a boy or a girl?
I've honestly always been 50-50. I think, teaching elementary school it showed me like the pros and cons like clear as day between the two. Little boys are freaking annoying, man, and they're just always
Dude.
doing shit.
They
Always
are psychos.
yes.
We went to kindergarten roundup, and this is like stuck in my head. And they were like, they wanted them to go around and like introduce themselves and tell everyone their favorite color. And this sweet little girl, all the little girls were like in this one little girl in particular, she's like, "Hi, my name's Bella, and my favorite color is pink." And then they went to the next boy, and he was like, "Yeah." And
Yeah,
it's just like spaz the fuck out. And I'm like, what is
crazy.
going on here, dude?
They are fucking wild. I mean,
From everyone I talked to, they said boys are hard in the beginning, and then they're easy, and then girls are easy, and then they're hard.
yes, that's what I've always, or it's what I've seen, it's what I've heard, and then obviously seeing that elementary school level, because majority of girls, like 99% of them, they're angels, they're awesome, they're great helpers, like they do just everything about them is super solid. And then you got boys, even like the really really good ones, like the really well behaved ones, really well mannered, the helpful ones, they're still fucking wild.
They're like Tasmanian devils, bro.
They are, especially if like their buddy is a Tasmanian devil.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. I think recently I've been thinking because I miss baseball a lot. I went to a game a couple weeks ago, a ex player of mine, and it just makes me sad that I don't play it. And then I used to coach after I got done playing. So like for that aspect, I would like a boy just to kind of get back into that. But I think if you remove the baseball aspect, it's for sure 50-50. I'll just be happy with I mean, as everybody says, happy with the healthy babies.
Play softball.
Yeah, I'm not as big on the softball side of things. I think I would
It's because
use
girls' sports suck. Is
no. I'm
that what
excited.
you're saying?
I'm
I think
excited for
he's
all those
Marcus just said
girls.
girls' sports suck.
I think what sports I would ideally love her to play. Obviously, comes down to kind of choice, but I'll expose her more to like probably soccer, and I always like volleyball. I think that's a lot of fun as well. I want something I can like enjoy also like playing with as well, but
Yeah.
we'll see though. It's whatever they kind of like. I would love a kid that was like great at singing or theater. That's something that I've always been like really jealous of because that shit does. I don't have any of that in me whatsoever, nor the confidence to even go try it and see if I have it in me. So, I think that'd be cool to see.
I like that. If I could do one thing, I would like to be able to sing. I don't know why.
I would love to be able to play the guitar. It's still on my list. Like
Oh, I can't even play Guitar Hero.
one of these summers, I want to pay for like legitimate lessons and go like, almost like somebody pays for a personal trainer. Go once or twice a week, do it for months on end, and just see what I can do in 3 or 4 months. And if I love it, then I'll keep it up.
You'll be pulling all the ladies, bro.
Fucking right.
But you don't need to because you already got a lady.
No, but I would just love to be able to just fucking jam out on a guitar though, and like actually be able to play an identifiable song.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
I don't
my
know.
cousin knows how to play. He's a senior in high school though. I wanted to,
I don't have enough rhythm to play anything.
yeah, yeah. Sounds
Too too old and
sounds
fat. I
yeah.
don't know. Well,
But
how else was your week though?
oh, the rest of the week was good. I had a fucking last week because we didn't talk last week. You were down in
Arkansas, yeah.
getting the equipment or lack thereof at the moment, but it looks like a lot of it got delivered this week. Right? You got
Yeah, I got a trailer
it.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like 16 pieces, so it's not a lot, but it's a start. And then we should be getting a good amount next week or the following week. Yeah.
Well, check this out. So last week I woke up feeling shitty on like Tuesday. My head was just fucking pounding, and I slept poorly. And then every night I slept worse and worse. I felt worse and worse. I think I worked out on like Monday and Tuesday, and then I didn't work out at all. And I did like one more workout day on Thursday and just felt like shit during it. So anyway, so slept shit. And then each night was also just stressed thinking about shit, which we'll kind of dive into one of those things in a minute. But then it almost felt like I had a cavity coming in, but I was like, there's no way I have a cavity. Like, it makes no sense. And so it wasn't that. So by Saturday, I could barely eat. Like, I almost had to text you, like, on my check-in on Monday, that I literally couldn't open my jaw up enough to even get full bites of food in. I had fucking TMJ, which I've
Oh,
never had
Jesus.
before. So I don't know if that was stress induced or if that was completely separate, but then that caused worse sleep, and then that worse sleep caused extra stress on top of whatever I was already dealing with mentally.
Yeah.
And no sleep. It was just a terrible compounding effect. So, and then Saturday was a long work day for me, just client wise. And so I think at like 5 o'clock, I was driving to the gym with boss in the back seat. And I was planning on doing like a back day and like a heavy deadlift day. and I was like, man, I'm just gonna do some cardio. Like I'm feeling like
Yeah.
check my Whoop app when I got because I did a Stairmaster for like 20 minutes, just
Whoop.
low intensity. And I checked my Whoop app though, and do
I
the
love how you say it.
I fuck you. That's how you say. How else do you say Whoop?
Whoop.
Whoop. Okay, I got you.
Whoop. You should keep saying it. Whoop.
I think that's how they. That's how I always heard it. Anyway, so it checks your strain level. So essentially, like how hard you exercise and like exerted yourself that day. It checks your sleep levels, your HRV, heart rate variability, which is kind of hard to explain, but essentially, the higher the number, the better. The lower the number, the worse. Your beats per minute and things like that. And so the entire week, as my sleep got worse, my stress got higher, my strain level was stayed elevated the entire week. That's mainly from just teaching and getting 20,000 steps a day and then playing soccer and shit at school and then training on top of that. And then secondly, my resting heart rate went from like an average of like 50 to like 55 up to like well over 65 by the end of the week. Just my resting heart rate. And then my HRV started at like 100 and then got down to fucking, I think by Saturday morning, it was down at like 40, which is just
Jesus, love. Yeah.
like horrific. Like I don't even think it's that bad, like whenever I drink alcohol and stuff. And so that all was shitty. And then my sleep itself, like it was saying I was getting, anywhere from 6.5 to 7 hours of sleep each night, which is fairly average. Usually I get a little bit more than that. But yeah, I just felt fucking awful. My recovery, I would say like on a normal average day, it's anywhere from like 60 to 80%. I mean 70 to 80%. So this started like 80%. And then as that week went on, I got down to on Saturday morning, I was at like 20%
Damn.
recovery. And I didn't even work out on Friday or anything. So so it was good that I reflected on the way to the gym and didn't push a workout like I normally would in that situation. And then Nicole and I actually went out and got some Winsteads and had a good meal that I hadn't had since I was a little kid, which was delicious.
Hell yeah.
Great sleep Saturday night. Woke up, my recovery was like 95%. I
Yeah,
felt
cheat meal probably really helped relax you and get you.
it did. I took a little bit of ashwagandha that night as well with that meal, and then we just laid out and just chilled. Like I turned off my computer, my phone, everything, and just checked out of the world. And so that was good. And then Saturday or Sunday, we kind of did the same thing. I was, wanting to go to the gym. I had time to, but I was like, I think I just need one more day to just do fucking nothing. So that's what I did. And then by Monday, my recovery was at 90, like 7%. I felt phenomenal. So just case in point to, listen to your body. That's not obviously what this call was about today, but it was just cool to be able to see the numbers line up with exactly how I was feeling. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted the Whoop app
Whoop.
and the band so I could like start being more intuitive with how I'm feeling. And if I could see it and feel it and see the data last week, then I think in the future, hopefully I can recognize that as well.
Yeah. I like that.
Weird shit, brother. Weird
I
shit.
like it.
But no, aside from that, though, I last week and this week has been a surplus of new clients, which has been awesome. A shit ton more work, but it's been a good week.
Dude, I've been quite the opposite, man. I think I've signed up like 2 people this month. It's been a pretty slow month for me.
Slow month.
But also like I signed up so many people towards the end of March that I stopped pushing on like social and stuff like that, which I think definitely has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, huh?
You kind of had to catch back up.
Yeah, I had to catch back up, and then I knew I was going out of town and I had stuff for the gym. It was like it definitely I was in a position where I didn't really want to sign that many more clients at the time, even though I want to, I didn't want to because I was so busy.
Yeah. It's
But
hard.
you never,
It's in an hour consult call, reviewing
yeah,
the questionnaire, building out the new plan, getting them
yeah.
board and stuff. Like it's not exactly just a snap of the
I
finger.
signed up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm back. I have a consultation today. We'll see how that. I mean, I should be almost a home run. He goes to the gym. I've known him for a long time now. Yeah, man, it's been pretty chill. Went down to Arkansas. Was supposed to get some equipment. Didn't get any equipment besides the gender reveal.
Yeah, which is super cool though.
But we had our big gender reveal. We're having a baby girl, which is exciting and terrifying all at the same time. I've had like 6 people tell me I'm going to be a great girl dad. I don't know what that means. I don't know if I'm feminine or I don't know.
You just you can relate well to women. I mean, I feel like if you can coach women well, then you can raise
Yeah.
as well, and be empathetic and kind of know when to push, know when to just just be there.
Yeah, I think my biggest goal as a father is to show Max like what it means to be a man. And like I think in a world where like they say toxic masculinity is the issue, I think the lack of masculinity is actually America's issue, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds brutal. I don't want to get political on here, but it's like in a world where like so many kids don't have an active father figure,
Yeah.
or like men who are in power or tend to be weaker. I'm not saying I'm like a dominant alpha or any of this stuff. I think that's stupid, but like I think being a true man is very few and far between, and taking care of your family and taking care of your problems and not blaming other people and standing up and taking care of your shit, and
Yeah.
you know staying true to your beliefs and what you believe in, I think is very few and far between nowadays.
Yeah.
So I want to teach Max what it's like to do that, how you should treat your female that you're in a relationship with,
Yeah. That's a
you
huge.
know, instead of like all these fuck boys like on TikTok and Snapchat and stuff like that. Um, and I want to be able to teach my daughter like what she should be able to look for in a guy.
Respect. Yeah.
Respect how, she sees how I treat her mom
Mm.
and things like that, and like create that bond. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Oh, 100%.
I thought about that a lot on a deeper level. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, but other than that, man, I finished a book last week, so I'm gonna start getting into my vivid vision. Uh, Maybe when we get a chance, we can do an episode on that in the future. But I
Yeah.
think that'll be really cool. I'm gonna start trying to work on that next week. But it's gonna take me probably weeks to get that done. Like it's not really a sit down and just knock out type of thing.
Yeah. 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 You want to spend some time reflection to be able to truly.
Yeah, I gotta reflect. I gotta do my mind map. I gotta go over physical,
Mm.
my family, the 5S, was it fitness, friends, faith, family, finances,
Yeah.
uh, and then go over what I want for the businesses and things like that. So I am really excited about that. I have to like, I've really been trying to sit back and think really big of what I want to achieve over the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And it seems like so far away, but like it'll be here so fast.
Oh yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm starting a new book today, the 10X Rule, I think it's called, by Grant Cardone.
Oh, cool.
So,
He's great.
and then I already have my next book lined up after that, which is called Uncomfortable Inclusion.
Cool.
And it's basically how like CEOs or bosses, like the person in charge needs to learn how to take criticism from their employees on how to build the best workplace culture environment that they can have.
That's cool.
And since culture is such an important piece to what we do, there are going to be people who aren't going to like what we do. So maybe I'm not saying I don't think I'm too good now, but it's like I don't ever want to be in a position where I think I can't take criticism from my employees. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No. No. It definitely does.
So yeah, I got some stuff lined up. So yeah, other than that, man, dude, just fucking rocking and rolling, trying to get back to signing up clients, and
Yeah.
God, I really feel like I haven't done much.
For your vivid vision, like when you're like, planning on like sitting down and like really diving into that and reflecting on it. I would love to see you go out to like find a trail and like just turn your phone off and just go fucking walk for a while.
So he actually says that in the book.
Oh, really? I just
He tells you how to go about it and where to go. He said he likes to go, like he went to his backyard hammock because that's
Okay.
where he's just is at peace.
Yeah.
But he encourages you to go out in nature, the beach. He actually tells you like the best time to write your vivid vision is actually on a vacation.
No, that makes sense.
Because you're able to unplug, you're in a new area,
Yeah.
things like that. So I think I want to go out to maybe like Shawnee Mission Lake, something like that.
There's so many trails out there. Just
Yeah,
go for a while.
turn my phone off, or not
Maybe
turn my
look at
phone
the
off.
map.
Leave my phone in the truck. Take a pen and paper, because that's what he says. Just take a pen and paper. Like you can't have a laptop, you can't have any electronics,
Makes sense.
and you just have to like dream. You know what I mean? And start writing things out, and then once you get everything written out, then you can take it from it's called a mind map, but you basically just go over all these things in life, and the apartments that you want to do, the apartments you want to create, what your management team is like, things like that, and then basically you put that to an actual paper,
Yeah.
and then you write it out, and then you just review it, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. Yeah, I want to see how it goes, and then I'll roll it out to my team, and then eventually I'll roll it out to everyone else. Yeah, I mean, Tatiana is really not that big on visualization, but the more I talk about it, I think the more she gets it.
Yeah.
Um, and like even now, she's telling people that like, yeah, when we open Liberty, because it's like I've been talking about that, and it's like yeah, if you put it out there, like that's why it's important to tell everyone, because it's like if you put it out there, there's going to be one person that's a year from now they're going to be like, oh, how's Liberty going?
Mm.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
this guy talks about in his vivid vision that he wanted to own a Swiss chalet. I don't really even know what that is. I'm
Mm.
assuming some type of vacation thing.
Cool.
But he had some random guy, like 4 years later, was like, "Hey, I saw you got your Swiss chalet. I read that your vivid vision. That's awesome."
Oh, that's cool.
Or you put in there that you want to start hiking once a week. He's like, I had a guy, a good friend who like he started messaging me once a week to see if I want to go hiking with him. You know what I mean? Like you'll have people that come along with you who stick true to what your vision is. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it sounds really exciting.
Well, I feel like just that the energy you're putting out into the world is what usually is returned to you,
Yeah.
in some way, shape, or form. Especially if you have the right intentions behind it, especially. Um, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. That's when I feel like I get my most thinking done, though. Is like on a hike like that. You know, particularly by myself, or shit, like even on the Stairmaster, if I can just like put my phone up and just like set the level like 80 steps per minute or something for 20 minutes, I can do so much thinking and like fucking fixing my whatever my world is at the moment.
Mine's
Or
when I drive, I
yeah,
can just like zone out.
yeah, yeah. Whenever we're like driving to Colorado, because that's 6 hours spent in fucking Kansas with nothing there. So like when Nicole falls asleep, or even when she's not asleep, I'm just sitting there like just thinking. Or on the way back, usually from Colorado from our vacation, we'll be kind of creating our vision for coming back home and like what we're excited about and all that shit. So it's always a good step back to move forward.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have some really good ideas in my head, like of what I want, like goal wise, for business and personal. But I want to dive deeper, because I think eventually by the next 3 years, I want to create like a job within Body Shop that I feel like needs, you know what I mean? I want to create different things within the business. So I'm excited about it, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean the possibilities are endless, and you've got a good foundation to build upon right now.
Yeah. So
So you
we're
mentioned
lucky.
fucking you're gonna open a goddamn location in Liberty.
Yeah, I want 8 locations.
That's cool. Well,
So
I love that you're saying Liberty, but you're saying Liberty right when I'm leaving teaching. That was the other announcement that we're making on this call that I'm
yeah, I
leaving.
couldn't remember if we're getting into that or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I put in my resignation a couple months ago. So as of today, before school starts today, I've got 25 days left of teaching,
Hell yeah.
running Thriving Lives full time. And then obviously picking up more in-person training clients there at Body Shop as well. But yeah, super, super exciting. That was kind of what I was alluding to with some of the extra stress last week. Um, it's been something that I've thought about for only really about 3 years or so. I think like when I first started TLF, I always just envisioned it as just a side hustle, just something to kind of boost my income a little bit, but and obviously do something I enjoy doing. But I think COVID for me was like when it really it showed me what, hey, when you just have 6 months of just being at home and not having a 9 to 5, what that looks like and what you can accomplish in that amount of time. That's kind of what that showed me. And then I joined an entrepreneur group, and that was one of the first things that the dude asked me. He was like, "So when do you plan on leaving teaching?" And I was like, never." I was like, I would back off of my business and take on less clients before I'd ever leave teaching. And then fast forward, probably only a year, and then that tune was definitely different. And I was like, okay, I could see this happening.
Yeah, because I mean it's changed quick, because even when we linked up like and
Yeah.
started getting really tight like a year ago, you were like, yeah, I'm gonna say 5 years, and now it's like, nah, I think I'm done.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think 3 years ago I was like, okay, I could probably see it in like 10 years. I mean, shit, during 2020, I even went and got my goddamn administration degree for education.
Yeah.
Uh, Educational leadership is what I got. But so yeah, I had a 10-year plan, 3 years ago. And then I think, in 2021 or so, it turned into like, okay, I could see it in like 5 years. And then, what I kind of told myself is it just happened faster than I thought, was that I'm just going to work until I'm so burnt out that I can't sustain both. Like I'm going to TLF until I literally can't do both anymore, without it like completely affecting home life, social life, all that.
And you're basically there.
And I'm basically there because I would say on average this, since September, I've worked a minimum of 60-hour work week, which some people, they're like, oh, that's nothing. But I'm like, okay, well, if you're working a lot more than that, you don't have balance. Regardless of what you're telling yourself, you might be making great money. That's awesome, but you're probably not having quality social, a social life or family or just time to yourself either. Because that's probably the thing that I've sacrificed the most, because I don't want to sacrifice time with Nicole or boss. I've always kind of sacrificed a little bit of friend time, which I'm excited to kind of get back a little bit more. But time with just for myself. I mean, even my workouts, which is the reason why I started Thriving Lives, because I love, being in the gym, and I love helping others be in the gym. But even then, like my own workouts are cut short sometimes to 30 minutes, because that's literally the only time I have to get it in. And so it's just rush stuff. I'm having to skip stuff, or I'm having to skip, mobility and stretching, and then I'm injured because of it. So
yeah. How many times do we see each other and we're like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I got 20 minutes. I'm just trying to get something in real quick.
yeah, exactly. Like so often. I mean, shit, even like yesterday, like I got to the gym. I was going to do, I wanted to do legs, which I wouldn't have had the time to anyway, but also because of my hyperextended knee from punting a goddamn football. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do biceps. And I was like, no, I can do triceps and biceps. So I started with triceps, didn't have time to do biceps.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, right before my client came in. So I'm excited to kind of have that back. But yeah, so this year was that breaking point where I was like, I can't sustain both of these anymore without, again, sacrificing a lot or delivering subpar either teaching to my kids who don't deserve that at school, or to my clients, which obviously don't deserve that either.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for you. I think you did things the right way. You know what I mean? You built TLF up to where you almost can't handle it. I think if you're going to leave a full-time job for coaching, your coaching needs to be minimum 2xing what your job is, and I think you're like 3x, I think, from there.
Like
and so that's great. I mean, it is stressful that you're still losing like a decent chunk of income.
Well, and it's a secure one, because that's the only thing.
A secure one.
That's what I always told myself too, is like, that's my biggest fear, is that, by leaving teaching, I'm losing the benefits with it. I'm losing the security of a paycheck no matter what every single month.
But that pushes you to not stop and go harder.
Exactly.
And
that's just an excuse that in a story that I told myself to
keep
longer. And that's what I think everybody leaving a full-time job struggles with.
And you can make up 90% of that just by taking on like 3 extra clients in person. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so easily made up.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it's like, I'm glad you made the decision to leave before you found out that you guys were having a baby, because then I felt like you would have been forced into that decision, and you would have made it before that you weren't, because I made that decision when you weren't ready.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was intending this year, when I finally decided, because like I lost a lot of sleep and was super stressed this whole fall, just thinking about, do I leave, do I not leave, and kind of weighing all the pros and cons like we just kind of talked about. But so when I came into 2023, I was like, okay, the end of February, because I had a trip to Vegas, and I was like, I don't know if I should do it before or after that, but ultimately I just ended up telling my principal like at the end of January. Well, then flash forward, I think middle of February is when we found out that we were pregnant. So it was like you said, it was a good thing, because if it would have happened in the opposite order, I don't know what I think I would have probably still made the same decision, but I would have been more stressed about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's stressful, dude. It's like, I think we're both in a position where we have a lot of changes. We're both having babies. You're first time, I'm second time, so I'm a little more ready.
Yeah,
because I just know what to expect in a way. You know what I mean? I'm opening a second gym. You're leaving your first job. It's like, it's a lot of change, man. That's why we're always stressed out.
Yeah, no shit. But stress now so we can I mean, but we're
enjoy it later.
We're stressed about the right things though. Like we're stressed about just making sure that what we want to accomplish in our vision. And again, we're not really having to sacrifice a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just a little bit of mental energy is more so what we're having to sacrifice more than anything else. Maybe a little bit of our own workout times to obviously kind of get to where we want to get to.
Yeah, but then like, you know, once you're done with teaching, like you'll be back to working out fine.
I will, because I'll
You
be able to
know,
prioritize. I'll be able to kind of build out my day and be like, no, this is uninterrupted 2 hours on.
exactly.
I'll be working
You know,
out.
it will be harder, when the baby gets here,
That'll be
speaking
hard.
from experience, but I
That'll
think you'll find that like I think you'll grow better not working. And I think,
be-
dude, I don't like you're already so on top of things. Like I don't know how much better you could get on top of things. So I feel like it'll be a big thing for you because you'll be almost bored
I
because you'll
know,
have
I
something
know,
taking up your entire day. You know
I
what I mean? Because it's like coaching is like one of those things where like it's either very intensive or there's nothing. So with my coaching, I feel like I'm either working all day
yep,
or I have nothing to do.
yep.
Which is nice because even when you have nothing to do, you can find ways to like get things better. But sometimes it's just nice to have those days,
Oh yeah, yeah, and actually
you
just
know.
yeah,
Yeah, you can go get Nicole lunch, you can do different things like that, go work out,
yeah,
be home at night when Nicole gets home. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like
I think
I
that's
think
one
it'll
of
be
the
nice.
I'm kind of most excited about is like actually being able to have dinner ready some nights, or just at least like at 5 p.m. I'm not working after that,
Yeah,
whereas I'm used to majority of the nights throughout the week. Uh,
yeah.
so that'll be nice. Just better balance in general. Which
I get it, man. I was doing a program at like 11:30 there night,
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to get it out. You know what I mean?
yeah. And shit, that's with you. But I mean, you train a lot of people in person, and then you have other gym things you have to get to as well. So you do have
Yeah,
more on your plate at the moment. But again, I feel like that's more temporary than what you know everything else is going to look like down the road.
yeah. And I think once Lee Summit gets open, like my life will be a little easier ish. But also,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have another explosion of clients this summer, and I could see me, Blankslate has from 20 to 21 was like kind of normal, and then 21 to 22 I 2x,
Mhm.
and then 22 to 23 I'm on track, or no, yeah. So this year and the next year I'm looking at 2x from last year. So it's like it's only gonna get crazier.
Yeah. Well, especially
Because
honestly with Lee Summit, because I mean you get a good amount of foot traffic and eyes
yep.
on from Body Shop and Overland Park. So then you'll have that with, you just compound that with more and more locations.
Yeah, and then people who already know about me, you know what I mean? I think I could easily have close to double the clients I have now by the end of the year.
Oh,
You know what I
easy.
mean? Which I think is a real possibility. So it's like just keeping that balance. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well, I feel like also just even with nothing else, even without somebody being talking like client experience, then people referring people like that, just people hearing that, oh, he runs a gym or he has two or three gyms, like that gives you even more
Credibility
yeah, exactly, than somebody who doesn't.
for
So
sure.
so all that stuff is immediately calling cards. You not only can I train with you, online, I can also see you in the gym. I can also
Hmm.
be there physically in person, which I feel like is especially just because so many coaches are strictly online. It's nice to be able to have an in-person presence.
For
If they
sure. And
well,
and
if
that's
they ever utilize it, they have the option to.
yeah, and that's a big selling point. When you can see me in the gym, even if I don't like work with you in person, it's nice. But also, it's I don't train that a ton of people in person, but it's like it does take up time. And like when I was talking to Dave, and because I gave his wife was like interested in PT, and I was like, Dave, man, I don't have time.
Yeah,
And he was like, no, I didn't think you did. And I was like, honestly, dude, it's like I was like, Dave, it's not even that I don't like training you, but I was like, when you were gone the last 2 weeks, man, it was kind of nice because like I was home at 6 o'clock, like,
yeah.
and now he's back, and I was like, oh man, I'm not getting home till like 7:30, and I'm chilling with Max for like 20 minutes, and
At
then he's
least he's
going
an
to bed.
awesome dude that you like enjoy
Yeah, I like training Dave,
spending the time.
but
Yes, yes. But I
you
get
know,
the
I,
time factor.
I told him I was like in the next year, like it's probably gonna get to a place to where like I'm like almost firing clients. You know what I mean? And not that I want to, just because I got to free up time somewhere.
Especially as you have to, not that, I mean, not that you do a lot of the back end work, but I mean, you do a lot of the back end work of the gyms, and especially with more and more locations, that's just more time spent with.
Yeah, so Holly and Brandon will run the gyms, but I mean, even me, I'll be honest, like there's a lot more back end stuff than what you expect from running a gym. You know what I mean? You think it'd be pretty easy, but like, there's paperwork issues, there's LLC issues, there's getting taxes done. And I know that seems like not a lot, but like when you have as many deductions as we have, like it takes time and I need to get on that monthly. It's like getting little things here and there. Oh, this broke, that broke. Oh, we need this. Going and picking up paper products. Like it's just shit adds up. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot of time. The Zoom marketing meetings or whatever it may be behind the scenes, like trying to figure out ways to promote, where to go,
Yeah,
social media, it takes up a lot of time.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's great that you from the beginning you've invested the time into doing some of that extra stuff that will help with the growth versus just opening the doors and being like, all right, people are going to come to us. Like you definitely got to put a lot of work.
Yeah, it does take time, man. And it's like, right now we're gonna have the pre-sales this weekend, but I'm already thinking like, how can we promote? How can we do this? How can we do that? Um, how do we get more eyes on us? Type of thing. So it's like, oh, shit, man. I just ordered 500 pieces of apparel. It's like designing the apparel, getting it, making sure, getting it priced, getting the apparel we need, getting it done. Hats, patches, like I have shakers coming today. You know what I mean? It's stuff that like people don't see that you're like designing. Like I'll be in my bed at 11 o'clock at night trying to design a shirt or get pricing on something. You know what I mean? It's a lot,
It
but it's
all.
fun and it's rewarding.
Oh, I just realized I didn't have my goddamn microphone up. Sorry.
It's all right. You sound the same.
I know, but then I got boss behind me chewing on a deer antler, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna get."
I don't even hear it.
You're right though. It's a whole lot that goes into it.
Like, I don't know. You've probably seen it too, that when I tell you what's going on, you're like, shit. Like, I thought when I opened a gym, I was just gonna fucking chill. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. You just get talk around to walk around to the members. You're gonna be able to work out and whenever you want to. All
Whenever
the
I want, yeah, yeah, okay.
yeah, not at all.
You know,
I think one of the things that would stress me out almost more than anything would be the when equipment breaks and shit.
yeah, equipment breaks. It's dealing with payroll issues. Luckily, I don't really do payroll. Or not Tatiana. Holly does it, but like, we just switch payroll companies, getting that stuff
That should be
set
more.
up, and
I like the new setup for both me and for you guys.
yeah, it'll be easier now that we're doing direct deposits. So, yeah, shit breaks. I got to fix it. Waiting on equipment to come in. Paying the bills. You know what I mean? I know it sounds easy, but it's like when you start to get so many things stacked up, it's like it's hard to remember to pay everything.
No, yeah. Yeah, that's
I
true.
think eventually, and that's one of the things in my vision that I'm going to put in is that within the next 3 years, I think I would like to eventually try to bring on a full time marketing slash social media slash office person, because one day, and it'll probably be a gym closer to around here. I want to get a gym that is. I would like to buy a bill. I would like to start buying. That's another thing. I would like to start buying gyms, not like gyms that are already open, but like owning the building instead of renting. So that way, it's like after 10 years, it's just making money. You know what I mean? I'm not paying anything. I'm not paying rent. I'm not having to renegotiate contracts, all that shit. But I think it'd be cool to bring or get a gym that's like 10 to 12,000 square feet, but 3,000 square feet of that is office space. And I can have like a body shop home office. We can have a home office. We can have a conference room,
Almost like
you know.
supplement superstores with their location at Ward Park.
Yeah, based something very similar to that. I think it because I'm like right now when we have manager meetings, it's like we're traveling here, we're traveling there, and it's like
That's
just
true.
having a local place to go.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to have like, especially because when you do have two, three, four locations, like you could have meetings all at once with just the individual managers or with everybody all at once or that type of stuff.
Yeah, well, not to mention, it's like when we have manager meetings, like I buy everyone lunch, and it's like I'm like, where we're gonna go, where we're gonna go, and now it's like I can just cater something in. You know
Well,
what I
and
mean?
especially as the list of people grows, it's not feasible to, number one, pay for all of that food at just a normal restaurant. Number two, it's you almost have to rent out an entire room to be able to have
Yeah.
the noise level to even be,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think what I'm going to move as we go forward, because we'll be moving up managers and stuff like that. We already have a couple people lined up for promotions. I think I'm just going to switch to like giving everyone like $10 or something towards their lunch. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have to do that. It's just
yeah,
I like to do that. You know what I mean? That makes me happy to be able to do that for everyone. So
yeah, definitely. Just to add a little smile to the situation.
yeah, because if we just go out and we get whatever we want, you know what I mean? We had those talks because I was buying food for manager meetings. I was buying food for staff meetings. You know what I mean? And like, not trying to be rude, but
Adds up, yeah.
the boys, they like to eat. So
Shit, yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I come in and I'm spending $100 at brouhaha for a meeting that lasts 15 minutes. And they're clocked in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And I'm like, oh, we got to find ways to cut this back.
yeah, no shit.
This just getting expensive.
Yeah, it is.
But then I feel bad because then like next time I'm like, hey, I'll buy their drink, I'll buy their coffees, but they have to buy their food, and then like no one got food, and I was like, oh, well now I feel bad. Jesus.
Well, good shit, brother. I think we covered everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of fun. So honestly, if you like this, let us know. I don't know. We literally just sit here and bullshit for like 45 minutes before we even start a podcast.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So we could still get into certain topics if we need to, but yeah, no, that was good stuff though. Some big life updates. Both got babies on the way, only 2 months apart too, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
We've been teaching, we got a second gym location opening. All good, exciting stuff over here. Hopefully for you guys as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, everything's good. So, well, let's get this shit. I think Max is getting up, so let me go out there and get him some breakfast.
Yo, brother. Well, you have a good weekend. Everybody else have a good start to your work week, and yeah, let us know if you guys need anything. Let us know how you're enjoying things. I think I speak for both of us. It's nice to be able to come on here and not just be able to converse with each other, but also update you guys on big life happenings, on our thoughts and perspectives on life and health and fitness and food and fitness and family and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's cool. Sometimes, I kind of forget that we do this podcast and that some people actually listen to it because sometimes someone will come up to me in the gym and say something to me about the podcast. And I'm like, how'd you know that? And they're like, the podcast? I was like, oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So yeah, we appreciate it, guys. But anyway, have a good Monday, have a good week.
Yeah, let's have a good day. Congratulations on the baby and let's fucking kill it.
Thank you. All right, brother.
See ya.